Hey guys, Saf here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in today's video I am going to try and get a Prince Kymar. More than anything else, that's what I'm after. There is a Deck of Fate event going on as well, which has kind of convinced me to go for it. But this is like the 6th attempt at me trying to get a Prince Kymar from a ×10 event, and it is a champion that would drastically change the number of opportunities that I have in my account. It's one of the few non-void legendaries that could have such a visible impact, so I'm kind of motivated to do it. I got a few pumpkins that I've pulled from yesterday where I was doing a bit of summon rush / champion training, trying to get a little bit of the points up for a specific uncommon that I've been trying to get my hands on, one of the new ones that we're going to do a little bit of a video guide on. So we do need potentially we need about 15. So in yesterday's video when I covered this event, at the time I didn't know how the distribution of the fragments were basically spread out, right? There's a guaranteed Kaja the Rye, there's 100 fragments. And the main question I had was, how are these fragments distributed? Are they in batches of 25, in batches of 10, in batches of 5? Well, we now know how they're distributed thanks to members of the community who kind of posted their completed grid. So we can see that actually about 50 of the fragments exist behind the epic cards. There's only 6 epic cards, so that means I need to find 5 of the 6 epic cards if I want to find Kaja the Rye. And then the remaining 50 fragments are distributed in the rare at batches of 5. So the least amount that I need is 15 card flips if I'm like the most luckiest person on the planet, which probability tells me I'm going to need to flip more than 15 cards. These blue cards, these green cards, like the rare one, the uncommon ones, are awful. Like these just like 35 energy. There's like 1,000 energy. Remember yesterday we looked at it, it was what, like 1,100 energy. 1,000 of that is behind one singular card flip, so that's really rough, to be honest. I feel like these distributions are a little bit top heavy. The legendary book is in a purple as well. Now, this grid is not what my grid will be. It's totally randomized. Every single person's grid is randomized in some order, but just goes to show kind of like how it's distributed. We're going to need to at least, at a minimum, you need 8 sacreds to do this, and that's if you manage to get extremely lucky and only open all of the fragments, which is like a 0.00001% chance. It's incredibly low. So as I mentioned, there is a ×10 Kymar. That's kind of why I've convinced myself to do this. I know the chances are really bad. I do know it. I know it's very unlikely, but you know, you got to dream, you got to pray. And this Kymar is what I really need in my account. I need one of these like reset or lockout champions. That's what I'm really lacking in my account right now. So having the opportunity to get a Kymar, you know, outside of a prism system, this is going to be the best opportunity to get it. There is also a Valkanen, which I will pull my void shards for, but I did just reset my mercy, so the chances are I'm not going to get the Valkanen, but I need the points for the Kaja the Rye. So we do have 3 sacred shards, 11 primal shards, 11 void shards, and 45 ancient shards, with the possibility of getting more ancient shards if we need it from 10,000. Now, this is nowhere near enough shards because I only have 3 sacred shards. I do have the possibility of getting a 4th sacred shard from the tag team bazaar, so that's another option. So I guess we're just going to see how it goes. I think we'll probably start with the voids, then into primals, then into the sacreds. I think that's a good way to do it. And then what I will be doing, and I would recommend anyone who is pulling to do this, if you haven't already done it, pull your cards not in one go, but in batches, because you might complete it before you hit the 40,000. You might not need all 40,000 if you get lucky. So let's start with 11 void shards. This is for the Valkanen. To be honest, I'm actually looking for the Mikage rares. Believe it or not, I actually am looking for rares here. So we're looking for, I think, the Templar. Selenia is a new one. I might keep that Selenia. We do get an epic. Tower and Titan, not very good. I don't think any of these are the rares. Double Paragon, that's brutal. The rares we're looking for right now is the Vanguard, not the Templar, and the Amarantine Skeleton. So we've got none of those on those 11. That's kind of rough. Maybe this one will be it. Is it one of them? No, it is a Marquise. Okay, so the first 11 voids didn't really get us anywhere, but we did get a new Selenia Night Cloak. Let's just store that away in case we accidentally feed it. Selenia Night Cloak is not a bad champion, absolutely decent. You get a heal if you attack a HP burn. You get a chance of increasing the duration of burns on an AoE. It's not 100%, it's only like 65%, but it's still pretty good. And then you also get a 3-hit at random chance to place a HP burn, and you get a bit of turn meter every time a burn is activated. So a pretty good rare considering how rares generally don't get much of a say anymore in this game. It's nowhere near the strength of a Cold Heart, but it's still pretty decent. So we'll store that away in case we need it. and we will carry on. So that was the 11 void shards. Now this is when we get into the Kymar. We're going to pull all 11 primals. I've not pulled a mythical champion yet. I'm not expecting to pull a mythical champion at 0.5. Really, I should be waiting for a ×2, but needs must. So what are we going to get here then? Anything interesting? That's a rare. That's another rare. We would like not... Don't 10 rare me on primal shards. Please don't 10 rare me. This is not looking great. This is not looking good. There's an epic. Okay, Thylesia. It's not the best 10 pull in the world. Because again, we are actually looking for Lady Mikage champions. So we kind of need like this Riskarm, Trigor, Lumberer, or even like one of this epic, which we didn't get. So pretty rough so far from primal shards. This is why I don't value primal shards. We do get another epic, and we got ourselves a Cormac. I think I already have a Cormac. I'm not sure. We can always easily check by going into Faction Guardians. I already have a Cormac, so we can feed that Cormac. We don't really need it. You can see I've already filled up my Faction Guardians here. So, again, complete that quest there. It's kind of cool. Not the best on Primal Shards. Primal Shards are overpriced even now. Even at like the $6-5 mark that they've got them at, they are overpriced because I just pulled 11 of them and I've got absolutely nothing from it. We didn't even get any useful rares. So, not going great so far. 3 Sacreds. What are we going to get then? 3 Sacreds, anything of use here. A Lockwine would be great. A Kymar would be great. It's not going to happen, though. I just know the way my luck goes. We're not going to get anything good here. We're not even going to get any epics. It's going to be rough. It is going to be super rough. Anything good? No, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what we can do is come over to the tag team arena, and we can get ourselves some extra... We can get ourselves a Sacred Shard here. We do need to farm a little bit further for it. So I'm just going to farm a little bit more now just to get the gold bars to get this done. I actually need to farm a hell of a lot of Tag Team Arena. I didn't really do the math very well there. So we're probably going to do 1 Ancient 10 pull. We're just going to get rid of some of these sort of rares that we got here, the uncommons that we don't need. Just max out some of these. There isn't a champion training event going on at the moment, so this is kind of just like wasting brews. But just to give some space here, we're going to do a 10 pull. And then we're going to flip some cards and we're going to see where we're at. And then we'll make a decision what we do after that point. But I'm really kind of nervous. I don't think I've got enough here. And that's a great temple, isn't it? That's really good. Absolutely useless temple. We didn't get anything from that temple. Oh, never pull. So we got 22,000. Now we need a minimum of 15 card flips. So we've got a really high roll to be able to do this in 22,000. So let's go with a top right corner. Okay, it's a good start. Nice. Bottom left corner. That's not a great start. Okay, so let's go for here. That's pretty bad. Do we get a green in a row? We do. Okay, so we get 3 greens in a row, but we've already burnt a bunch of our things for this. So Kaja to the right is already looking... Oh, there's 1,000 energy. That's pretty good. There's 10 more fragments. Nice. There's one of the purples. We've already lost one of our 3 in a row purples. There's more Kaja to the right fragments. Oof, it's going rough here. 13 more flips. There's more. Okay, so we've managed to get like 25, 30. These are good. Blue. Hey, we got a blue in a row. This is great. What are we going to get? Chaos Ore. Oh, that's painful. Okay, what else have we got here? We don't want greens. Okay, there's more Kaja to the right fragments. That's green. We don't really want greens. Okay, can we get 3 in a row green? Oh, there's a purple. Okay. It's a little fun mini game, but it really frustrates me. I don't think we've got enough fragments here. There's the purple. So we got 3 of the 5 purples so far. And then we've got 1 more card flip. Okay, so how many did we get here? We got 5, 10. Well, we could just quickly check the portal. So we got 65 out of 100. So that is pretty good. Considering we had half, we're high rolling. But here's the problem now. I'm so far invested that really I need more shards. So, and ancient shards are not exactly the best way to do this. We only get 130. So the pool of ancient shards I've got here is it's like 35 times 130. It's only 4,000 points, so it'll give me at best 4 card flips, and I really need... I've got 2 epics left, so there's 20, so that would get us to 85, and then 3, so I need 5 minimum to get lucky. 5. So we can pull all these ancients. We're going to have to make some space to do it. So that's what we'll do first. I don't really mind burning all of my fragments right now. As you can see, I've got a pretty good stockpile of legendary champions that if I need to for the champion chase, I can probably recover them back there or do something else. So I've made some space. I don't know if I can make all of them. We're going to go for another temple. Hopefully it's not another 10 rares. That was pretty awful. We should be doing epic right now. We should be doing epic. He's hopeful. Oh, don't. Oh, double 10 rare back to back. That is brutal. We've got Longsword Torx, one of the new one. And again, none of the rares that we need for the Lockwine. So that's kind of frustrating. Surely we get an epic now. There's one epic. It's an Allure. It's a very good epic, actually. But another 10, and I don't think... What are the epics? What are the rares we're looking for? We're looking for Riskarm, Tregor, and the Lumberer. We're out of space again. We're going to have to quickly clear some space here. Not the best scenario. We did have a lot of champion training. I kind of need another champion training, really, because I've got so many champions to get rid of. We can do that quickly. That'll give us enough space for another temple. Okay, what are we going to get here? Do we get anything good out of these ancient shards? At least like one of them for Lockwine, not another 10 rare. Well, this is... Oh, we got a Madman. Madman is really good. Madman is great for Hydra. Madman is the new strategy. How many of those did I get? One? So we want to lock this dude. Now, the reason why this guy is really good is because he has a 50% chance of attacking all other enemies with a second hit. It's basically Trunder A2 on an A1. So if you don't have the Yumikos, people are using Madman in Hydra to abuse the Hydra boss by just basically whacking this number up here. So what we did, 3 more. So we got 3,908. So we can do 3 more card flips and a little bit. So again, we need a minimum of 5. So this is where we need to get super lucky now. So first one, that's great. That's super lucky. Now we need to go up here. That's not great. Okay, so we're already down 1. So we still need a minimum of 4. Minimum of 4. So that's really rough. So we're at 75 now. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. We are getting closer. We're at 75 fragments. And that is basically, I think, 1. We need 1 more 10. So that's 85 and 3 more blues. So it's getting tough, though, because we haven't pulled many of the greens. So the probability of us pulling green over blue is quite high. Which is, you know, just generally rough. I'm just going to buy 11 ancient shards with gems, because we've got some spare gems. If I can find wherever you meant to buy them from here, we're going to buy a big pack here. Trying to conserve it. We need to make more space, so we'll do that and we'll come back. Okay, so we've made some more space. Let's do another temple. Let's get another 10 rare champions, because that's what we seem to be getting all day today. Oh, we got Tregor. Tregor's big. Tregor is one of the one of the rares we needed for Lockwine. That's really good. We also get 2 epics that time, so that's pretty good. Claude, I mean, we don't really need the epics, but hey, it's good rates at least. That is good. That's one of these heroes here we needed. So we can basically lock him out so we can start preparing for the Lockwine. We didn't get these 2 on Voids, and we haven't got these 2 yet, so we might as well pull the last 6, pull every shard we have available to us, and then we will flip some more cards and see if we get lucky. There's another Templar there. Always feels bad when you pull a farmable rare, you know? You don't really want to pull the farmable rares. We've got an Acolyte. Would really love a Lumberer or a Riskarm. That's what I'd really like to pull right now. A Lumberer or Riskarm, or both, so we can make the Lockwine. Because we can use the Lady Mikage fusion to get us some champion chase points for the fusion, right? You can do that. So if we can get ourselves those 2 rares, then that would be really good. We're not going to get them because just that's the way the game works. I mean, we've got basically poor man's Apothecary here in Magister. Anything else that we're going to get? We're not going to get the Kymar. I've kind of given up hope on that. There's a Wagonbane there. So we didn't get those 2, which is a real shame. We didn't get any of the epics either, like Aishma, Delaja, Ferga, and Isbale. So we haven't got any of those either. So Lady Mikage is still a bit of a challenge. So we've got 2 more flips. Not enough. It's not enough. It's really frustrating. Let's open that one. That's a blue, but it's a barrel. That's rough. Let's open this. That's rough. Oh, so we're still needing 4. This is really hard. I mean, in some respects, this is a good event because if you can get lucky, a bit more lucky than I have got, then you don't need to pull all of them. So you can basically get a guaranteed champion for less than, 10 sacreds if you're really lucky. But I'm low rolling here. So we technically have got a lot of the good value blues in terms of the 1,000 energy. We've got the barrel. We got the 5-star chicken. The only thing we're really missing out on now is the legendary book and the fragments. So I guess it's time to either burn more gems or pull out the credit card for more shards, which is really painful. I really don't want to pull out the credit card. If I'm being honest, I'm really against pulling out the credit card, but we'll have a look and we'll see what we'll do now. So we were bad. We dipped into the credit card to get this done. I got so close. We had such a good run of it early on with all the different points. Look at this. I'm getting whale points from player and play. Don't look at this. I'm not near Saoirse. I'm not as bad as Hell Hades. Hell Hades has already got Saoirse. I'm not nowhere near his level. But we do have more shards now. And this should be enough. We need about 13 more maximum that we need to actually get Kaja the Rye. And we're going to get, you know, we basically picked up a bunch here. So we'll get like probably enough between the void shards and the primal shards. So I need to clear some space out. I'm going to do that and then we'll carry on. Okay, we got more space. We're going to pull the 14 void shards first. That's going to give us about 4,000 points, give or take, or about 3,500. What are we going to get? We get a legendary. Oh, it's not another arbiter. Oh, that's awful. Oh, why do I want another arbiter? Oh, that's painful. That is brutal. Oh, that's my third arbiter. Well, I suppose we could start looking at +2s maybe. Rough. We did get the Amarantine skeleton. That is one of the Lady Mikages, so that's really good. But another arbiter. Ah, that's ×10 is a myth. That could have been a Valkanen. That could have been a warlord. That could have been anything in the world. But no, it had to be another one. And we get another Amarantine skeleton. Now we've got 2 of them. Can we actually get the Vanguard? That's what I would really like out of this. The Vanguard is what we need. Are we going to get the Vanguard? No, it doesn't look like we're going to get the Vanguard. Oh, that's brutal. Of all the Void Legendaries I could have got, another Arbiter. That's my third Arbiter. Oh, Steadfast Marshal. That baited me. I thought we got the Vanguard. Okay, so we do have another Centurion. We don't need him. And we do have... We've kept one of these because we got Awakened, so we got one ready. We do have an Amarantine Skeleton, so that's good. We're one away from the Waragrin Sun Curse, which is actually quite a good epic as well, mind, which is a shame that we can't keep one of them. So we've picked up 1 and 2. We didn't really pick up any of those. Let's have a look to see whether we can do it in 5 now. So again, we need 4 minimum. So let's go with this one here. That was not one of them. Okay, let's go with this one here. Oh, there's the legendary book. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got to basically get really lucky to get a purple. And it's out straight away. So we got all the big ticket rewards. Now we're just hunting fragments, but we are not getting very lucky with the fragments. Oh, well, we get another green 3 in a row. We get a 4-star chicken. I'd prefer the gems. So I think we're going to have to go deep here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. So I guess we're pulling the primal shards. Oh, this feels so inefficient. This is like brutally destroying my efficiency part of my brain. Pulling all these shards out of ×2 events, and you know, one of these has a Prince Kymar in it. I'm certain one of these shards must have a Prince Kymar somewhere in the world, but it's not for my account. I don't get that lucky. We do get a Lone Blade Rehab, actually quite a good rare. Really hits quite hard. Not the worst rare in the world. Anything interesting out of a primal shard other than rare champions? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like these primal shards are going to give us anything of value. Just rares. Just absolute useless rares that we don't need. But we do get more points. So that gets us up to 4. Okay, we still need 4. Kaja the Rye. There's 5 fragments. That's one of them. Okay, good. Next. Oh, that's not Kaja the Rye. Okay, let's try up here. There's another 5. Okay. What do we need now? How many are we on? We've only got 1,000 left. We need 15 fragments still. We're going to have to go full deep, I think. I think we're going to have to go all in. We are going to have to go all in. Oh, we've got 1 epic and 1 rare. And there's 4 cards left. We're going to have to go all in. This is the most brutal. This is where it gets inefficient because I've spent so much like money and time and energy and shards basically to get this close. And we still have to go full on in. I'm wasting champion training points because all of these rares are getting upgraded into themselves and not getting me any points for champion training. This is about 1,000 champion training points we've destroyed because I need storage space. And we don't have any, which is pretty painful. Well, there is an Amarantine skeleton, isn't there? We should probably upgrade that, dude. Clear out some space. Right, that gives us enough for another 10 pull. So we'll put 10 pull here. And I guess we'll just have to buy gems, ancients with gems. That's what we'll have to do. I would love a lumberer still. We're not going to get it, but hey. So that gives us what? 2 more card flips. Come on, can we do it in 2? We need the epic. No. Oh, we're going to have to open every single one. 100 gems, though. We'll take 100 gems. So basically, the Kaja the Rye fragments exists behind the last 2 cards. So we've had to go full 20 sacreds deep, but we've actually pulled like 15 or 20 mythicals, about 20 void shards. We've probably cost us about $100 for Kaja the Rye. Better be worth it, this champion. So we're going to have to do 2 more. So the last ones here, we're just going to have to basically pull probably another Temple of Ancients, and then we'll see how much we need after that. We can actually save it because we can get the Sacred Shard from the Tag Team Bazaar, and that will give us the final 2 fragments. So I've got to do about 22 arena battles today, which also feels painful, but that should get us the last 2,000, and then we'll have to go and get these last 2 ones here. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to just close out the video. I don't really want to burn any more gems. We're just going to open some Soul Stones here. We do have Hydra tomorrow. There is a Soul Chase on. Might as well just pull them for this. What are we going to get out of these? I've got 2 big stones as well. We'll use that. Get a Perforator. What else are we going to get here? Anything useful. A 1-star Mave. 40 points. 40 means it's a decent soul. Get a Legendary. Not another War Mother. I'm sure I've already got a War Mother soul. Or maybe I don't, actually. Oh, well, there we go. That's actually an upgrade. We'll take that. War Mother, 3-star. I don't actually use War Mother or have a use for War Mother, but we'll take a soul that actually is for a legendary champion that we own. Got a 1-star Aurora Grim. That is about as useless as anything in the game. We have another, we got a 2-star Boltsmith. Already got a 6-star Boltsmith for no reason whatsoever other than to show off a 6-star Boltsmith. We have a 3-star Chaplain. This is just going to be a 1-star Rare, which is a 1-star Retainer. Right, okay. 2 big ones. I never find I get anything good out of these stones, but we'll see what happens. We've got 100. Legendary. Oh, you are joking me. PLARIUM. Okay, the way that this game works is you have to have the champion before you can awaken the goddamn champion. I've just pulled about 2 million shards to try and get the champion, and now you're giving me the soul for it. Great. Just great. Brilliant. Thanks, PLARIUM. Really appreciate it, PLARIUM. And then we get 3 points, which is basically going to be a 4-star rare or 3-star rare. A 3-star Painkeeper. Okay, well, what did that get us on the champion chase, apart from trolling me? A little bit of energy and a little bit of gems. Nothing crazy. These chase tournaments are really rough. If you don't get lucky, you have to pull the high-star souls. You know, normally this is where I'd be pulling this Eternal Soulstone if I had been playing the game when I was out in Vegas, but I was not. We'll have a few more to come from Hydra tomorrow, so we might as well pull those up as well. Yeah, I guess. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's given me a 4-star Kymar, but not the hero. So we'll do a bit of Tag Team Arena now. We'll finish it off, and then I will probably save Kaja the Rye for the champion chase because I have no shards now, so I'm going to have to try and earn all my shards back for the champion chase on Friday. But I do have plenty of points if I need to get the champion chase done. It's not really that, I'm not really that concerned, but it does feel bad that I've had to go fully deep to get every single one. But hey, we did get away with a legendary book and 1,000 energy. If you really think about how many I pulled, I probably pulled 3, I'll pull 4 sacred shards. I think I've pulled about 16 primal shards and probably 50 ancient shards and 20 void shards, give or take. So for those shards, I'm getting a guaranteed champion, 1,100 energy, a legendary book, a 5-star chicken, and an XP barrel. It's not that bad. We did get a few card flips, like 100 gems, a 4-star chicken, but I will take this. So anyway, a very long video in the end because of the actual challenges, but I think this kind of reflects what I feel like most players are going to go through when they're trying to do this Jester deck of Fate, where they're debating whether they should go that extra mile. I kind of got baited because we had such a good run early on. We had so many of the epics early that I was like, oh, I can do it in less than the full amount. And in the end, I was so invested. And I guess that's what they do. They get you. They get you with this event. They get you invested. And then you feel like you might as well go all the way because you've already invested a little bit to get to it. You know, the other option I could do is just not pull the last 2 and then buy out the remaining fragments because they'll probably offer it to me, I guess, like they do with fusions if you don't quite get it. But I might as well just go do Tag Team Arena, get the last 2 cards and finish it off. So, and then I can do an actual guide on Kaja the Rye and find out whether or not I was the fool and using Timid the Fool and Kaja the Rye to see if they're actually decent or not. We'll have to see how that goes. But there you go, guys. Summon rushes outside of 10 2 times 2 is not great. We still don't have a Kymar, although we have a 4-star Kymar Soul, which is just classic trolling. It really, it's like sticking the knife in at the back and then twisting it at the same time. How did your deck of fates go? Did you go for Kaja the Riot in the end? Did you decide to do it, or did you skip out? I definitely wouldn't recommend pulling shards tomorrow. I think the champion time 10 are a lot worse than today. You know, we did also get that extra arbiter, didn't we? So we kind of need to have a look to see if that arbiter does anything. We've already maxed out here, so, and we can't exactly replace anyone because all of these champions are being used. So it's kind of one of those situations where that arbiter just kind of sits there for a while and does nothing. It's kind of the worst case scenario. You can't really make a +2 because you destroy your +10 speed here. So until I pull another duplicate high elf, I'm kind of stuck in a bit of limbo with that one rare. That one Void Legendary. So that kind of hurts considering all the Void Legendaries I don't own instead of Taras, Marichka, even Valkanen. I don't have Siphi. So there's plenty of Void Legendaries it could have been, but it's not. It's a second Arbiter or third Arbiter, but there you go. So thanks for watching, guys. One thing I do want to shout out, tonight I will be streaming on Twitch for the first time. I'm going to be streaming non-raid games on Twitch. Things like Diablo 4, things like Total War games, strategy games, MMO games, things that I enjoy playing in my free time. I just want to hang out more with the community and I enjoy streaming. So we're going to do that on Twitch on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This doesn't change any sort of the streaming schedule for raid on this channel. We're still streaming here on Monday and Thursdays, streaming raid predominantly. But if you want to sort of hang out with me, play some different games, watch some different things, I will be starting season 2 of Diablo 4 tonight on stream. I think I've done like about 20 minutes so far on a new Sorcerer. I've never played Sorcerer before, so it'll probably be an absolute terrible. So you can catch me on twitch.tv/Saphira. It is my channel. So come hang out if you want to. That'll be around about 8 p.m. UK time. We're going to be streaming that. So it should be a bit of fun. And hopefully I'll stream to Twitch without messing it all up like a proper content creator that I am. So yeah, if you want to join, come hang out and I will catch you guys in the next video.